What's up? And I'm gonna jump straight into it, talking about the Bronze Warehouse. I'm gonna let you guys know my reaction when I saw that you know right that notification in the beginning. Like, my reaction was like, whoa! They finally added these um cars into the game, which are 9 new cars, and it's spreaded through the warehouse. So I'm just gonna tell you guys the list, and then I'll go through some of the cars with you guys, and then my thoughts, and I'm gonna have a prediction about what's gonna happen now, especially in the market once players start to the getting a hold of these cars. What's gonna happen? Which right now, like, the obvious thing is that they're gonna be asking for high value before it starts dropping in price. And so for the Bronze Warehouse, there's only one new change, which is the 2013 Civic Si Coupe is in here. The Silver Warehouse has a few changes. There is the 1997 F1 GTR, and there's the 1957 Thunderbird, along with the Super SE. And we have the F-150 Raptor. For the Gold Warehouse, we have the 2013 Vienvo, or Venevo. I'm butchering that name. I'm sorry. If you guys know the right pronunciations, let me know in the comments below. You got the 1956 F100. We got the 2010 Zonda R, and the 300C SRT8. Now, these are the 9 new cars. I believe those are 9 cars that were added to the game. And of course, when you're looking at this list right now, they took out some cars. They took out some blueprints in order to make room for these cars, because if there was just a whole bunch of car blueprints and exclusive cars, it would just be really hard to complete those blueprints. So removing some to add new things was a good choice by them, rather than doing just a full update in one of the crates. They just kind of spread it. I'm kind of sad that it's only one new change in the Bronze Warehouse, but for those who are still like trying to finish blueprints, you don't have to worry about anything, because I know that the 911 GT2 is a really good car because it's a tier 6 and a bronze crate. I just finished mines. I was gonna post the video, but then all this happened. So, but yeah. And then with this car, I have some questions, because this is an exclusive car. You can't get it in showroom, and it's not wrapped like the other exclusive cars in here. So my question for the cars that are unwrapped, stock looking like this, is there cosmetic upgrades? Is there, like, the option to put those upgrades on there, like front bumper, rear bumpers, side skirts, spoilers, hoods, all those junks? Because if it's just like one of these cars, like, oh, here's a prize car that you can get fully without having to chase a blueprint, oh, I'm sorry, you can't touch the paint, you can't touch the cosmetics, only the tint, wheels, and underglow. And I know for the wrapped cars in the Bronze Warehouse, and for all the other warehouse crates where they have like these wrapped cars in here, they you can just do the wheels, tint, and the underglow. But this doesn't have a wrap, it's stock. So that's a question, and we're not gonna know until someone pulls it and all that stuff and lets everyone know. But this is gonna be a cool car to max out, and hopefully this Civic can compete with the Jetta, because it's getting annoying seeing all these Jettas around and taking over like the 939s and 957 lobby. So hopefully this can be the killer for that. And then for the Silver Warehouse, we got a few new blueprints here. So we're looking at the F1. That's cool. A tier 6 car. So people like the higher tier cars, even though you're forced to max it out in the max lobbies. And then we got this tier 4 Thunderbird, which is really cool, really classy. I love when they add like classic cars into the game and all that stuff. Like, we've seen Racing Rivals add a few classic cars into here, but I don't remember seeing a Thunderbird in their lap in the 7.0 and their older updates of Racing Rivals. So those two cars are blueprint cars, so good luck for those who are chasing those. But the Supra is just an exclusive car. You get it, you get it. And it's wrapped, so cosmetic upgrading is limited, you know, probably to the wheels, the tint, the underglow. And, you know, looking at it, why would you want to mess with it? You know, an interesting decision for the wrap. I can't really make out what it says, but it's kind of cool. I mean, the headlights are awesome. So, yeah, they got the diffuser in the back. You know, it looks pretty good, you know. And I know people get excited when they see Supras in games. So, for this one, I'm predicting that, you know, we're gonna see a high price, even though it's like a car that, you know, you could just spend like a bit of gems on and like get lucky to pull it, 160 gems. But, you know, because it's a tier 5 and it's a Supra, probably people are gonna want it. People are gonna be asking high values. And same thing with all the other cars that have been released. People are gonna be looking for the high value for it before it starts dropping in price, because of more people getting it or figuring out that they're not really that good to be that expensive. So, yeah, let's just see where the market takes it. And then they're adding more trucks, which is really, really awesome. So we saw the F100 and we see this Raptor here, which is really cool, because Racing Rivals didn't add a lot of trucks. I think they only stick to like 2 trucks, I believe. But Rush Racing 2, they're really diving into the trucks and SUVs and all that stuff and adding it to this game, making it very interesting to see what's gonna happen next for this game for like a future update. Will we see truck events or SUV events or truck and SUV events? You know, that'll be really cool to see. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's something I wanted in Racing Rivals and never happened. So, will it happen in Rush Racing 2? We will see in the future. But those are like the only changes. Everything else is you know, the same. And then, you know, the new additions is the Lamborghini, the Ford, and the Pagani. I'm just gonna go by those names because I can't pronounce one of the 3. So, tier 6 cars, really cool. Question: will these cars be able to keep up with the Bugattis that are taking over the Max lobbies? And 2, what are the limitations when it comes to cosmetics? Because looking at like this car right here, what are you gonna customize? There's so much things going on. Like, I'm having a feeling that there's no like cosmetic upgrades, like front, rear bumper, side skirts, or even spoilers. Or maybe like the paint, maybe like the wheels and the underglow and the tint. I don't know, but we'll see what happens once, you know, the community gets a hold of it and they start, you know, releasing content about it and seeing what they think and their thoughts on it. F100, a tier 4 being in a gold crate, kind of like makes me like just think like, why? That could have been good in like a bronze or a silver, but putting it in the in a gold is just like, is the truck that good? You know, or is it because they, you know, they want to keep its value up there, that this car is like valued more in this game over the Raptor and the other truck, so that we're gonna throw it in the gold. I don't know what their thought process when it comes to like putting certain cars in the warehouse and how they organize it, but it makes me like wonder and question like, what's so special about this car that it's in the gold warehouse? So, you know, is there cosmetic upgrades? Because they'll be really nice if you can customize the front bumper, the rear, the sides, and all that stuff, and really make it look like your own. Because, you know, you can go on like online and look up the Ford F100 and see a lot of different customizations of this truck, and they look nice. Then you got the Zonda R, you know, tier 6. Can it compete with Bugatti? We'll find out once people start maxing it out and racing up against them. And Zondas were known to be good back in the day in Racing Rivals, and since this game is basically a rebuild of the game, and there's just differences between the two, you know, is the Zonda good in this game too? I don't know. We'll find out. There's the car that's really good, and then we got the, you know, 300C. Again, the same question like with the Raptor and the Civic. is there cosmetic options for it? Can you paint it and all that stuff? Because obviously, like, you can do the basic things that you can do with the exclusive cars, you know, tint, wheels, underglow. But can you do the rest? And is there options to do the rest of the customizations? I believe that is my questions. And now my predictions. You know, like I said, we're probably going to see high values, especially in the tier 6 cars and the gold warehouse things. Like, I know they're going to be a high value price, and something that's probably going to be a most wanted right now is the Supra and probably the Lamborghini and the Pagani. Everything else is kind of like up in the air. We'll see what happens, but I know those are like 3 cars that people may be chasing. Maybe the McLaren F1 GTR, because that's such a classic car when it comes to like racing games and all that stuff. I believe the F1 was in Need for Speed Most Wanted, Hot Pursuit, and it wasn't the GTR version, but I know it was the F1, and that was like a really awesome car to have. And every time I see the F1, that's the first game I think of. So yeah, I don't know about the Thunderbird either. Probably there's gonna be a good. It's up to the players, honestly, when it comes to the market, like where they want to value their things, because the first people that are going to be digging into these new cars are the people that are actually spending money. And once they get these certain cars, they're going to be like, oh, you know, I actually want to sell it to other players. I'm going to keep a high price tag because of the money that is spent. And yeah, someone's going to buy it, you know. But the price that they're probably going to put on it is gonna be expensive to anyone that doesn't buy the warehouse, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be cheaper than trying to chase the blueprints down to unlock it, to have it, or having to luck and get the Supra on your own, and without spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars in gems, you know. Because that was one thing I did in Racing Rivals, and I'm watching the way I spent, and the only reason why I did that in Racing Rivals was to just keep up with everybody else, get the cars that I need, and get into the game and start playing, which took me a while to do. So hopefully you guys don't take that route, because it's really expensive. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Don't want to drag it on. I said what I had to say and all that stuff. Let's just see what happens to these cars, and if they're gonna change the game and be faster than the cars that are out there right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, and all that good stuff.